Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Spark of Genius Flesh and Blood production. This is going to be our first foray into the commoner format, newly released format. I guess people were playing like Pauper,
You'll be playing Copper today.
yeah, Pauper variants, commoner being very similar to that, Pauper being including the rares, but commoner is a format where all the cards in your main deck have to be common. You're allowed 2 rares in the weapon equipment slot, and your hero can be a rare or common. So, and the main reason for that is like KO, Kassai,
Yeah,
all the crew stuff
Kassai.
where all the rares, all the heroes are rares, I believe, other than Ira and crew, Benji,
Yeah.
Kassai, KO, right? So, and their weapons are also rares. So it accommodates the crew heroes too, which makes sense because they're young heroes. They're young heroes. You're gonna play them in Blitz format, right? So
Hmm.
I am joined by my co-creator, co-commentator, co-caster, co-compatriot Rob. He's gonna be piloting Briar, Rune
Hmm.
Blade Menace. We'll
Yep.
talk briefly about the deck. So this is gonna be a Kassai versus Briar. My name's Eric. I'll be on I'll be on the Kassai. I'm used to playing the Briar there, but
Yeah.
so kind of very briefly, we don't have any key cards or anything. Like this is gonna be a best of one. This is not gonna be a best of three like our regular Blitz series because commoner games are probably gonna go a little bit slower than regular Blitz games just because the power level is overall lower. There's not as much armor.
Right.
However, your
Less
cards just
explosive,
it's
right?
less explosive, yeah. So like
Yeah.
you have less armor, but there's not as much going on. Um, a little bit. So I'll kind of start on the Kasai side. So the big thing is you don't get your blood on your hands, right?
Yep.
We wiped off the blood, right? So after we wiped off the blood, we realized that we don't actually have that much after. I didn't really like how the hands look without the blood here. So we have
Hmm.
armor wise, we're gonna run the null rune hood because of Briar. We also have the other null runes in the side. The chest piece, the choices were blood drop, brocade, and iron rod plate. The reason why I put in blood drop brocade is just for the extra pitch. So I can activate it if I've dealt or been dealt damage. So you essentially get a free tunic just without the armor, and it comes in at instant speed, so it doesn't break the chain, right? So the idea here is if you hit on the first saber, you could potentially use blood drop to gain the extra pitch if you need it for some kind of attack reaction. You can play it at instant speed too, so you can kind of bait out the opponent to be like, oh, you have no floating, so it doesn't really matter. It's like, oh, but I can actually just activate blood drop and do whatever, right? It's a little bit more flexible than iron rod plating, which is just armor. This deck doesn't run iron hide, so it's really just iron wrought. Gallantry gold is kind of the warrior common that you can pick up, right? This is from Monarch, and that just gives you another piece of armor. And it does if you do pitch one, it gives you the sabers have +1 till I think just this turn, right? So if you're able
Hmm.
to somehow swing again with the sabers, I don't know how you would without any of like most of the
The
cards that allow you to
rare
do
go
that.
again cards.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
Twinning Blade and the cards that let you like
Blood
swing
in our
again with the
hands.
weapons, like Blood in Our Hands, Twinning Blade, and Dusk Path Pilgrimage, which is a rare.
Mhm.
So you're not able to play those kinds of cards. So it's mainly just for like 1 for 2, right? You pitch, you get another 1 damage on each of these, which could matter because it will also gain +1 if defended with an attack action, right? Boots, it's always going to be Refraction Bolters, even though this deck does run a lot of Go Again. Is already has 1 armor. You can't really get like you can't run. Obviously, you can't run the legendary, right? So we're
Yep.
gonna be running the bolters here. There are turns that you don't have go again, and that's probably when you just snap it off. And then Kasai herself is running the sabers as we are allowed to. We've had to take out some majestics. There weren't too many majestics. There were a fair amount of rares, but a lot of the common cards that we got in EVERFEST, like In the Swing, all the colors of Blade Runner, were allowed to play. Outland Skirmish, so we're playing all of those. Full set of hit and run, push forwards from crew. Well, push forwards only yellows and reds, and then just your regular suite of like attack reactions that are common: Biting Blade, Iron Song, etc, right? Sharpened Steel, a little bit of buffs beforehand. So really, just like an overall pretty strong common list, some of the best cards coming out of EverFest for Warrior were in the common, other than Blood in Our Hands, right? The only thing you don't get to run is Slice and Dice, which is a rare. So you don't get to run that. However, I think the overall power level of the deck is pretty decent. It just runs more like a Dory deck than it does a traditional Kassai deck. Um,
Hmm.
it's just slightly more on that end, though. So that's a little bit with the Kassai list. All these lists will be in the description. And if you do like this content, this is our first commoner game where actually this is the
Yep.
first commoner game I've played. Period. At least on stream. I
Same
practiced a little bit.
actually. Yep.
So forgive us for that, for any like ridiculousness. So we're like sitting here and be like, what happened to this majestic card I usually use? But with that, if you do like the content, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Spotify for announcements on different contents, giveaway, and stuff like that. If you do have a recommendation for a different matchup you'd like to see, we do have 2 of these commoner games we're recording, Kassai vs. Briar, and the other one is Ira vs. Lexi. These 4 decks are the ones we consider quite strong right now in the commoner format, and that's the reason why we're bringing up these matchups. And so if you would like to see more, you can shoot us a message if enough people want to see it and we have time to do it and build it and record it. We will try our best to do it. I'll pass over to Rob to talk a little bit about the Briar deck.
Nice, yeah. So Briar luckily still gets to use Rosetta Thorn, a marvelous weapon in all formats. So that's kind of what makes her pretty strong in commoner. Just bar none, you can use this weapon. For the other equips, we have the Aether Ironweave, great for just gaining a surge of 2 resources, just like that. And it has 1 armor, so it's quite good. Then we have the Hope Merchant Hood, just to mulligan your hand once per game. We also have Mark of Lightning, just to kind of push some damage through if he ever blocks one of my attacks. One thing that we can do in Commoner is play Ball Lightning. So we are running all of the Ball Lightnings in this deck. An excellent card, of course, it got banned for a reason. And, just like even in Blitz, you would run the Snapdragon Scalers. So luckily we get to keep that in Commoner. Some cards that we had to take out. So Briar likes to run a lot of non-attack action cards. A lot of them were majestic. So we have Revel and Runeblood, which we had to cut. We had to cut the Sonata Arcanix and the Force of Nature. So to replace those, we used cards like Minnowism we added in here. We also added, Nimblism as well, very good non-attack action card just to buff, pretty much every attack in the deck. And as a blue, we have Whisper of the Oracle, up to. That's pretty much it. Of course, Ball Lightning is a great card, and we're using all of them, all of the colors. We still get to keep a lot of the attack action cards that we would run in Blitz, so Scar for a Scar is still in there. But the notable change is we had to remove Snatch. So that's a big hit to the deck, but we get to have Ball Lightning instead, so pretty good trade-off, I would say. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Briar.
No, it makes sense. I think Briar, again, because Rosetta is common, because Ball Lightning is legal in this format, 11. I think Briar will still be like a force to be reckoned with. I am forced to run the Null 1 instead of the... there's something to be said about just running Null 2, but that's fine. I don't have that many. I don't have that much pitch in the deck. I think Kassai's running. This deck's running about 12 blues, some yellows, so there's a relative amount of pitch, but I don't really want to be... Oh, that's not as good as 11, though. So I'm going to be going... Decide. I think I'm going to be going first, because I think the Arsenal card is... Well, historically, like in regular Blitz, I don't think I value it that much in Kassai, honestly. However, I really just don't want you to go first. So that's
also fair.
That's just how that works. And I could try to sneak some damage, possibly, right? So I'm going to pitch Outline Skirmish to come in with the Sabers.
Yep, coming in for 2, I believe.
Saber for 2 with 2 floating.
Yep, I'll block 2 with a Bramble Spark blue.
Bramble Spark blue. I will react with let's react with Blade Runner. So I'm gonna be gaining Go Again, and my next weapon attack is +2.
Yep.
And then I will also be it's whatever. Let's play an Iron Song response. Let's get some damage through.
Sure, so I'll take 3.
Response. Yeah, buffing by 3.
Sounds good. Yep. Quite good.
Not bad at all. I will be then swinging this Saber, which costs me nothing. Whole lot of nothing, coming in for 2 + 2
5?
from Centaurus. 2 + 2 from Blade Runner. So 4.
For 4, yeah. Sounds good. So I'm going to use the Whisper of the Oracle for 3, not using an attack action to not buff your Saber, and I'll use the Aether Ironweave to block 4.
Sounds reasonable to me. I'm going to be arsenaling. I gain 1 copper off the first hit.
Yep.
And pass.
Not sure if you'll be able to use those very well without blood in your hands.
Yeah,
so I'm not too worried about copper.
Yeah, and Cash-ins are rare, so it's like...
Yeah, yeah. What are you gonna do with copper? All right, let's start things off with my favorite card, Ball Lightning for 3.
That's balls, man. That's balls.
Beautiful card.
It's block for 3. I can't let that go through.
Full block. Yeah. Sounds good. Let's go for a Scar.
Scar for 4.
For 4, go again. Yep.
Scar for 4, go again. You have 2 cards in hand.
Yeah.
Just thinking of how much I need these cards, right? 1, 2.
Right.
I think with Kassai, I think with like Commoner in general, you really want to be careful about your armor blocks because you just have so much less, right? So
Yes, exactly.
just like no, I'm just gonna take it.
Take
Actually,
4?
ball lightning is sorry,
It's
elemental.
only elemental and lightning. Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
it won't buff Scar for a Scar.
yeah, I'll just take 4.
Sounds good.
You
Without a
have
grasp of the
body
Arcanite, I cannot fully use my resources, but I'll just pitch for Rosetta Thorn for
for 2.
2 damage.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
2
you have a
floating, but
you have embodiment, right?
because I hit you, right? Yeah, I do. Um, Let me find those tokens here. I think I have them right here. Here we go. Embodiment of Earth.
I'll block with Outland Skirmish for
Sounds
3.
good. Yep, that's a full block. I will arsenal this card and pass it
Yep.
to you.
So it's important to note here as Kassai, like Rob has no armor left, which is kind of nice, right? So he is running a lot of ball lightnings and other cards that don't block, and I still have 2 armor up, and I have the blood drop, so I'll be able to like decently swing in with something.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pitch hit and run and just come in with Saber for 2. I have 2 floating, 1 card in hand, 1 card in arsenal, and because I'm running a more like attack reaction focus, because that's literally all I have to do, I can push more damage on single sword swings, whereas in the regular Kassai it's usually more upfront damage rather than like trick damage, right?
All right, I will choose to not block that.
Yeah, I'll Blade Runner red.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I'll take 2.
Yeah. And I will come in with Centauri Saber for 5.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy.
Pretty good 2-card hand.
Now the hand that I have does not block very well at all, and the card I do have that blocks is an attack action. So I think I'm just gonna choose not to block you. Take 5.
Yep. Over to 3 coppers, which again.
Which again, good luck using those.
They can come into play if I get 4 coppers and then I get like a heavy resource hand without threats.
Right. You pitch, I believe, is it 3 or 4 to draw? I forget.
I pitch 4. You have to pitch 4.
No. Pitch 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Pitch 4 as an action. Destroy copper. Destroy the copper. Gain a card and go again.
Yep. Yeah. Perfect. All right. My turn.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna pitch Arcanic Shockwave to play a Electrify from Arsenal.
Sure.
Really good card to play, so I'll draw. The next, I believe, Elemental, or next time an attack action card period hits, it deals 3 damage. So let's do some Ball Lightning Red.
This is coming in for 3.
So this is going to be 3. If it does hit, though, it's going to be dealing
a lot.
I guess 3 extra damage plus its own 1. So
it's going to be
an extra 4 damage. Yeah.
Gotcha. I can't let that hit. Am I just blocking out this turn? I think I am just blocking out this turn. So I will block out. Block for 3.
Okay, so I think I'm going to crack the Mark of Lightning here because this is a pretty important attack to get through. So I'll crack it. It's going to deal 1 damage to you, but it's actually going to be dealing 1 plus the Ball Lightning plus Electrify, if I'm not mistaken. So 5 damage if this gets through.
Does Electrify... it's the next attack action that hits, though. No?
So Mark of Lightning... Oh, that's right. So Mark of Lightning only deals 1 damage, so it won't actually trigger the Electrify. But it will trigger the Ball Lightning to deal 1 extra damage, if I'm not mistaken, right? So Ball Lightning says, whenever lightning or elemental action would deal damage. So I'll crack this anyway to deal 2 damage too.
Sure. And then Electrify is still technically on the stack, I guess.
Yes,
so.
it is. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, not on the stack, but like on the next attack action that hits.
Its effect is still in play, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take 2.
Okay, sounds good. I'll add in another Ball Lightning yellow. Oh no, I'll create an embodiment. Sorry from that previous hit.
Sure. 1 card in hand.
Ball Lightning. 2 left. And this is going to be 2 more damage with Ball Lightning. 2 or, I guess 2 or 7 if this hits.
Yeah, I bet. I think this is
2 or 7.
This is when I block with armor because I have exactly 2 armor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do this. Block with Gallantry Gold. I'm going to block with Refraction Bolters. So blocking for 2.
Okay, that's quite good. Let's see. Thinking if I want to crack the Aether Iron Weave here. So I can technically put out a lot of damage if I break that.
I have 3
Let's
in hand.
see. Oh, you've got 3 left, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've only blocked with 1 card.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to get over, I think. Only blocked with 1 card. Gross.
Armor's good.
Okay. I'm gonna...
Oh, come on, phone. Stop lagging.
Okay. I'll go with Lightning Surge for 4. On hit, deal, I believe that's gonna be 9. If I'm not mistaken. Each ball adds 1, and then Electrify adds 3.
Yeah, I'll block for 6 here.
Okay. I'll go ahead and just crack the snaps, and I'll add in a Rosetta for 2 and 2. This is just 2 and 2. There's no strings attached.
I'll take the Arcane, because I can't really... I can block 1 of it, technically, but...
Yeah.
Or isn't 2.
But we're pitching 1 to block 1.
I have blocked out the Electrify successfully, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, that hurts, yeah. There was a lot of potential damage here. If you had a really good hand, it would have been really hard to keep it.
I'll block with a Blade Runner. Yeah, yellow.
Sure, okay. I'll arsenal this last card and pass it on to you.
Yep.
Oh, Embodiment of Earth probably not going to matter at all here. No. I assume you're just going to pass it back?
I'm just going to pass it back.
Sounds good, yeah. Alright.
What are these hands? Oh, no. Okay, sure.
Alright. What do I decide to keep here? I'll keep this, I guess. I'll pitch Arcanic Shockwave to play Electrify Blue from Arsenal.
Sure.
So 2 floating. Draw a card. Ooh, that's quite nice. If only I could actually use both of them. Man. Alright, well...
Commoner.
Yeah, exactly. What can you do? Oh, this hurts so much. Oh, actually, no, that's actually not so bad. I'll go with Ball Lightning Blue. So it is 1 damage, but potentially 3. Because Electrify buffs by 1.
I'm going to take 3 here.
Okay. Yeah. The sad thing is I can't really push forward. Oh, I could try to crack maybe the Hope Merchant's Hood.
Get something worse. Cry at night.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I have 3 attack actions and I can only play 1 of them. Because I have no source of go again. So if I could maybe put 2 of them back into maybe a non-attack, I can go for that plus Rosetta, which would be really good. So I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna crack the Hope Merchant's Hood. I'm going to
be unique.
I'm gonna put 2 cards back. Yeah. Let's shuffle 2 cards and draw 2. If I can draw into like a Nimbleism, I'll have the innate go again from my Essence of Lightning, which would be amazing. And that's what I'm really going for.
Your Essence of Lightning?
Embodiment of Lightning.
No. I prefer your Essence of Lightning. That is now what I'm calling it for the rest of the game.
Technically, I think that's what I have, Essence of Lightning. All right, let me just cut that and draw 2.
5D chess with everybody.
Come on. Oh no.
Did you
not exactly what I wanted.
Did you hope too hard? Is that the key? You might have hoped too hard.
I hope and merchanted too hard.
You traded the wrong things.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Arcanic Shockwave and show you another Ball Lightning from hand. So it's gonna be 1 Arcane first of all, and the Arcane will trigger Ball Lightning to deal 1 extra damage. So it'll be 2 if this hits, and then it's 4 more damage. Right, so Ball Lightning says, whenever lightning would deal, whenever lightning or elemental action.
You showed me a Ball Lightning.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And you have how many cards in hand, including the Ball Lightning?
I've got 2 left.
Okay, so you played the Shockwave, meaning the last card's not lightning, and you would have had a non-attack. You would have played it, I think.
Yeah.
So I assume you'll probably arsenal like Ball Lightning.
Yeah.
Which means.
Maybe.
That's a yellow Shockwave?
It was it's a red Shockwave, but it was a yellow Ball Lightning.
That's a yellow Ball Lightning. Okay, it's coming in for 1 and 4.
So 1 Arcane first. The 1 Arcane is potentially 2, and then 4, which is potentially 5.
I'll take 2 Arcane. Maybe I should have just run armor.
Okay.
I didn't realize I wouldn't be blocking with the hood a lot.
Oh, yeah, it'll matter for lethal, I guess, because I have a lot of sources of arcane in this deck, so
Mm,
it
I
might
guess
it
that's
might
true.
come it might come up for lethal, yeah. So anyway, I'll create the embodiment of Earth,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's gonna be 4 more damage, potentially 5.
Yeah, so I'll block 3 and take 2 here.
Okay, I will react, unfortunately for you, with a Razor Reflex on top of that.
Sure, so I'll
There's my
take.
go again. So it is going up to 7 or 8 with the ball lightning. So
What was I at before?
I think you were at, yeah, 7. I think makes sense. I think you were at 9 minus the 2, so 7. This is going to be potentially 8 damage now. So you'll take 5 at this point.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So I think this might end up being game. You have 1 card in hand.
3 cards in hand.
Oh, okay. You kept everything, so you're okay. Um,
Well, I'm not gonna play
so
around Razor, right? So it's like.
no, no, for sure, for sure. So I'm thinking that just Rosetta is enough, and I'll keep the ball lightning because I can ball lightning into Rosetta here. But you can easily just block out the ball lightning as if nothing happened. So I don't really care if you keep 1 card. So I'm gonna just spend 1 on Rosetta for 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Yeah. So you'll probably take 1 damage, and then you'll have to take 2 cards out of your hand.
I'm gonna crack Blood Drop Brocade as an instant.
Okay.
So I've been hit for a lot here, so I've definitely been dealt damage.
Are you sure?
I think so. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the one floating, which I'm gonna use to,
Hey, maybe for
yeah,
the
for the arcane, and then I'm
yeah.
gonna
So you'll
block,
take 1
yeah, because ball lightning doesn't
2
hit
more.
that luckily, and then I'll block
No,
with.
you're fine.
I'll block with push forward, so I'll block out the physical.
Sounds good. I will arsenal the ball lightning and pass it on to you. So my game plan is right now is just to get off the Rosetta for game.
Yep,
Um,
that's
so
fair.
looking to probably tank this damage, or well, by tank I mean take it all, and then hopefully come out with lethal.
Yeah.
All right.
Pitch to Centauri for 2.
Yeah, I will not block that.
A Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
So
Yeah, sounds good. So I'll
just
take
2.
2.
Yep.
Hmm.
And then I'll come in with Centauri for 5. So it's 5. You're
Yeah.
at 8. I have 1 floating and 1 card in arsenal.
Yeah. So I think so. My hand is actually quite terrible. I do not have lethal with this hand. Um, so I think my only thing really will be to.
So it's like, do I have the razor this time? Because this time it's lethal if I have, or
Yeah, exactly.
if I have Iron
Yeah.
Song response, then if you don't block, then it doesn't matter. But since I have 1 floating, it could be stroke,
Hmm.
could be razor, and any one for 3, right? So
Right. So it is for 5. Um,
nothing in hand.
I'm gonna. Sounds good. Yeah, 1 in arsenal. So I will block for 5, but I am including an attack action, so I will take 1. So I'll buff you up to 6, right?
Sure. So you'll take 1.
Yeah, I'll take 1.
Sure. Sounds good.
Yeah, I drew all attack action cards.
Mm.
So it really is just. I'm gonna try to make it awkward at least with some arcane damage, but I do not have lethal. So I'll start things off with a ball lightning from arsenal for 2.
Yep. I'll block with Outland Skirmish for 3.
I'll then come in with Arcanic Shockwave, showing you a Shock Striker red. Can't play that, but it is going to be 1 arcane and 3 physical. Yeah, either of which kills you, so ball lightning is kind of moot, but yeah.
1 arcane and 3 physical.
Yeah.
1 arcane. So I'll pitch for that. 3 physical. His hand is kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. And block with Iron Song.
Yeah,
So
you got it. I'll arsenal this card. Your move.
Yep. Just thinking if I want to pop Gallantry here.
Mm.
Costs me 1, but it gives me +2. I can still play everything. I might as well, right? Kind of the only time I can use it here. I will pitch a
Right.
blood for blood to crack the Gallantry gold.
Mm-hmm.
So my weapons have +1. I have 2 floating.
Yep.
I will saber
For 3?
for 3. One floating, one card, an arsenal, nothing in hand.
Nothing in hand, right?
See, this is
Okay.
a situation where those bolters are actually pretty good because you stripped all my go again. So
Yeah, no, that's fair. You said one card in hand, right? So,
no cards in hand, no cards in hand.
oh, I'm
One card
sorry.
in
So
arsenal.
one in arsenal, one
Yep,
floating.
yep, one
Let's
floating.
do. Hmm. So you're coming in for three. So okay, I'll block
Three
with
or four if you block with attack action. And you don't have embodiment, right? So
No, I don't. Yeah, you did not take damage. So I'll block with electrify. So it's only going to be two block. So I'll take one.
mm, why can't this card be red? That's so sad. If it were a red, I'd be doing very well for myself here.
Mm.
I don't have lethal, so I think I'm just gonna play it out.
Okay.
It is a blue out for blood. If it was a red out for blood, then it would be really good
Mm.
here because then it would be
Yeah,
+3 and then
you would have had
+1.
exactly lethal. Oh, plus one. Actually, you have extra. Yeah, yeah, that's quite good.
I'd be on extra. So my attacker
Yep.
could be here, so I'm up to 4.
Yeah, so I'll take both damage. I'll take two.
Yep, and then bolters
Bolters. Yeah.
on hit.
Hmm. So unfortunately, if that were red, you would have prevented my lethal because I have exactly enough to get the Rosetta off on my turn.
Yeah, it's
So
fair.
I won't block this for three. I'll just take three. Or I guess it would be four, right?
It's 4, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
Over to you.
Now I know
Oh,
shunts shunts are rare, so you cannot play shunts.
that would be nice, but I don't have shunt.
Yeah. Okay, let's start things off with Ravenous Rabble. Oh, actually, I realized that I have my Aether Ironweave, so I could have actually blocked that attack and used Aether Ironweave for the resources. But I'll go Ravenous. It is a red Miniwism, so I will be coming in for four. Go again.
A block for 6.
Yep. I'll play Amulet of Lightning as a non-attack action card, and I will just pitch my Arcanic Crackle or Rosetta Thorn for 2 and 2.
Yep, I can only pitch for Arcane Barrier 1, so
Yeah. Yeah, good game.
that is
I had the
game.
Arcanic. I could have blocked last turn because I forgot that I could have used just the Crucible to gain the two resources for Rosetta. Slipped my mind. So at least if it were a red, you didn't have lethal. Just to comfort you a little bit.
What do you mean? Oh, I see what you're saying.
So I had the three block on the second attack.
Hmm.
So I think I would have been able to come out on top there. Regardless, I think.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think definitely lightning decks are probably like preeminent decks along with
Hmm.
decks that just race really, really well. I mean, it was 1-to-1, but it was still a matter of like
Yeah.
my early hands were I wasn't able to draw any of my good attack reactions till like turn 3 or turn 4 or something.
Hmm. Hmm.
I think one hand that you made me block, I had Iron Song red, Hell for Blood red, and In the Swing red, and a blue card.
Mm,
Which, like, if I had that hand earlier,
yeah.
then it's a different game. But I think uh, Kassai is strong, but I would probably, if I were rating like the 4 decks we're going to play in a top
Right.
4, ignoring every other deck, I'd probably put her like third or fourth, as compared to
Yeah.
Briar,
The lightning
possibly,
decks.
yeah, probably Lexi, either Lexi
We'll
or
see how
Ira.
Lexi does. Yeah, we'll see how
Yeah,
she does, but Ira could be quite strong.
Ire can be quite strong, but lightning is also very. It's really about catching them off guard, with different kind of tricks. But again, it was still interesting to play. I think this format is good. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't. I see the purpose of it. I'm not going to personally play a lot of Commoner just because there's a lot of fun cards I like playing that are not in common, which is fine.
Yeah.
But
That's
other than
fair. Yeah.
that, that was our game. Let me know. Let us know in the comments how you felt about the matchup. Is Briar just like busted because she gets ball lightning again? Is Kassai an okay is an okay deck, or maybe there's some other cards that we completely missed that could have been
Yeah.
added to either deck? That's totally possible. Both deck lists will be in the description. With that, whenever you are watching this, wherever you are in the world, have a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Bye for now.